everybody. So my last video was going over how to do a budget, kind of the basics of budgeting, and also like doing the envelope system and things like that. So I wanted to say hello, and today I'm going to be putting the money into the envelopes. So for those of you who would like to come and join along, we are going to be putting $880 into this envelope, well, binder, and we will go ahead and get it so it's distributed for the month, and hopefully everything goes according to plan. Okay, for those who do not know me, my name is Amanda. I am just starting this journey, and I wanted to share with everyone because I live on disability and it's quite tight, but I want to show that you can still pay off debt, even if slowly, and make things work for you. And I will also eventually be posting videos on how to budget for food, how to help with coupons, savings, anything that you would want to do as someone who is on a tight budget. But here we go. So let's go ahead. I'm going to zoom out a little bit and we're going to count out the money. Okay, so I don't have one of those fancy holders. We don't need a fancy holder. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we have 56, 57, 58, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80. So 880. Let me move everything up here a little bit. One day I may get a holder, but since I put it right away and I don't have like a ton, it'll just probably stay here. So we are going to go over, like I said, I did last time, I did a budget. I had to edit this just a little bit because I had to dip in some of that extra, I had gas to put in my car, so that got dipped into. But I also wanted to show you how I kind of do this is once I get money paid and going through. So with this, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm sorry if things are shaky today. So I know that I have paid this one, car insurance, phones, Spectrum, Care Credit, USAA. I sat down earlier and just did all these online, Merrick and Capital One. This one I pay after the Capital One has gone through, and I know what has posted. And so I also do this on Trello, which makes it a whole lot easier for a quick look as to what I need to do. So I also know that Spectrum has posted and the phones have posted. So if I'm trying to balance anything, I know those two have already come through. So don't count them twice. Okay, and then this is everything I'm putting in the envelopes, and it goes down to $0 left over. Now my buffer actually stays in my bank. I leave it there for those little incidentals that I did not plan to have to go buy something and I was already out and about, because I don't always carry my wallet binder. I'm sorry, my yard's being mowed, so I apologize if you hear things. But I don't always carry my budget binder just because I'm looking into eventually getting a little different of a wallet system. But until then, this is how it's staying. So we are going to go through and we are going to get this done. So here is my lovely binder. Like I said, I got this whole setup for like 16, 17 bucks and then did it on my Cricut. So let me go ahead and open this up. So home bills, I do this for rent, mortgage, those type of things, anything like insurance if I had to pay it in person, but my insurance is through USAA. So we're going to put $5.50. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 50. It goes through quickly. Now, again, if you guys are like, oh my gosh, how does she have a house and she only paid? My parents were very, very kind to me. They helped me out, and so I pay them rent. So that'll actually leave here later on today. So, and then I have utilities. I already paid this $70. I had it left over from last month because they're 1 month behind. So I already went ahead and paid utilities, so that's why that one's empty. And then we have debt. At this point in time, this will be anything that is left over. It's going to stay empty until I get to my 1,000 emergency fund. But if I find like a couple dollars here or there, change in the couch, I'll probably put in here to let it build up. So groceries, right now I'm not saving for it. And the only reason why is I do have food stamps, But eventually I'll be starting to put some extra money in here because I have 2 growing boys. But my last week grocery shopping was like $75 and that included meats. So we're doing pretty good. So automobile, it's gonna get $10 and this is towards my registration. But okay, here's the weird part. I also do gas in here. So I do automobile is kind of a group one. I need to get a divider in here for now, but I'm going to do $200 in here. So 51, 52. And I will just take a $50 bill, put it in my wallet, and that'll be for gas as I'm out and about. And I always look for deals. Got Gas Buddy, Upside, all the things to be able to check on that. So that'll stay in there. Right now I have a full tank of gas. And then when I drive an hour away, I usually put gas in it that day. So it gives me time to be able to also, if it's not that day, gives me time to look for the best deals. Okay, so the dogs, their dog food is like 90 bucks, but it's only every other month. So I'm gonna put $50 in it this time. And I'm trying to do 50 and 50, just in case if it goes out early, I can still buy a pretty good bag. Okay, and then for my no good guilt spending, we're getting $20. Now, that seems like a little bit like on the low end. I don't shop a ton, but this is not just for me. This is for like the family as well. If we want to go eat out, I can literally I go to Wendy's, get the $5 meals, there's 20 bucks plus some change. And I always have change. So Austin, he's getting $5. He had just started saving up, but he was a freshman, so he has been spending some of his money, but he's gonna be earning some. And this is stuff I'm just putting aside. I'm gonna let his savings will mark off later. But I do make these. This one's only $2,500 savings challenge. And so he would mark off, and you just can take, I don't even know if I have a Sharpie. I don't, but I have a lovely highlighter. So you can take a Sharpie or a highlighter, and then you just literally write on it, let it dry, and then once it's dry, let's kind of flop it around. Once it's dry, these can be reusable because they're laminated, and you can just take hand sanitizer and wipe them back off. So let me make sure. This is only a highlighter, so it's not as good, but it kind of shows what it's doing. So we're gonna put that one in there. I need to put my permanent marker back in here. My kids decided to use it like they always do. So Ryland's also getting $5. Now he's trying to save up for a fish tank. So he's got some money in here. So again, I also make these are kind of from the, if anybody plays Animal Crossing, like this one, you can write down whatever you want to save, your total amount that you want. So if you're trying to save $500, and then down here, how much each one equals, you just divide it by the 60 that's on it. So I have to redo this one because he had taken some money out. So he wanted to save up $300 for his fish and all the stuff. But he still has 5, 10, 15. Let me add another 5. That's 20, 21, 22. And if I ever need smaller bills, I do borrow theirs. Oh, he also has 50 cents. I do also borrow the small bills from them, but they do get the bigger bills in return. And what's nice is because these are zippered, since this stays at home, they can put their change in here, and they get into this all the time. So household gets 20 as well. Nope, I think that one goes this way. And you know what I ended up doing? Nope, it's still in my bank. I'm sorry, I'm having a mental moment. So household's getting 20, and this is toiletries as well as like paper towels. So, and then I do my receipts, and of course coins as I get them. So when I do take this out, it's nice because I can put coins in here. Save your coins. So to the bank, if I do have, once I get to having bigger amounts in here, anything I need to take to the bank, I will most definitely do. But here's my little savings. So first we're doing the emergency fund, which is $1,000. And you know, all I was able to do last month was $5. Well, now I have $25. So on here, I got the 5. So this is what it looks like when you do an actual Sharpie. So again, I got a 5, and now I got a 20. I want to mark off the 20, let that stay on there. And there you go. It's not much. So I'm trying to get to 1,000. So I'm ways, but this is how I'm planning on helping get there quicker. One, if I can do any extra little small jobs, but with my disability, that doesn't happen very often. Two, if I don't spend the $20 in my bank, it stays in my bank, just the $20. That's all I leave in there. But if I don't spend all the gas, that goes in here. If I don't spend all the stuff, it goes in here. So that is the lovely binder. It's still got some room. And eventually I want to have one for when I go out, like a more wallet style. And I'll be making other envelopes and things like that. But now I know in here, I've done rent, dog food, all these are done. They have been put into my envelopes. So I know they are all in there. $0. I know it seems tight. There's not a lot of spending space, but it is easily done. And I think next time you guys will come shopping with me with all these little deals. So I love you all. Have a blessed day.